Hello and welcome here to Logan Field down on the Tonawanda Nation as it is time for game number 2 of the Can-Am Lacrosse League Championship Series here between the visiting number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows and the home number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Butts. So happy to be joining you all here tonight for what should be an exciting game 2 as Anthony D'Amico gets things started right away for Tonawanda with the first shot of the ball game coming right off the draw. We know both of these face-off men can make plays like that. We saw Chase Fraser do a lot of it in the Newtown series for Allegany. D'Amico demonstrating that ability right away. Fraser flips it into the middle. Amos Whitcomb gets the first shot on target here for Allegany, and it's a save made by the Tonawanda Braves starting netminder Joel Watson. Watson came in relief of Jake Lazor last night as Lazor had a tough first period of play. Watson played the last two and helped to steady the ship for Tonawanda and help the Braves get back into the game. Watson's been one of the best in the Can-Am Lacrosse League all season long. Look for that to continue here tonight as that shot misses wide and was unable to test the Allegany starting goaltender in this game. That is a big man wearing number 93, Chase Martin. And if you tuned in last night, you got to see the absolute best of Chase Martin, a man who had to try out at one point with the Thunderbirds in the NLL, a very, very talented goalie who stole the show last night and is looking to do the same once again here tonight. Ball played into the middle, gets knocked down and picked up by Avery Steinbeck-Parker. Here is Steinbeck-Parker bringing the ball up the floor now for Tonawanda. Steinbeck-Parker looking for an option. Has one, cross floor. Chiodo spins away. Hill goes to Nathan Grennan on the far side. Grennan watched closely by Patrick Timothy. Grennan spins away from him, flips it over to Hill. Hill has some room, takes the shot, stopped by Martin. Pass into the middle, doesn't connect. It actually just missed wide, no reset granted. Now a reset will be given for Tonawanda, but Chase Martin able to keep possession for Allegany as the Arrows make their way up the floor. Here's the former Nighthawk, Jeff Geddes. Geddes tosses it back. Now Cloutier. Zach Miller. Former Denver Pioneer is Zach Miller. And a national champion at that. Christian Watts winds and fires, blocked in front. Cam Seneca might have been the man to wear that one. Watts can't stay out of the crease. Belter gives him an extra shot just for fun. And it will go the other way. Possession to Tonawanda. The Braves going from right to left on your screen, wearing their whites with red shoulders, as Allegany going left to right in the blue with the yellow stripe, as Frank Brown looking for a call there, doesn't get one, as almost collides with a former teammate in Chase Fraser. Both of those guys played on the Bandits together at points in their careers. Now Chris Cloutier stepping into the middle, goes to Becker. Becker with a low shot, stopped by Watson. Loose ball picked up here by Tonawanda. Chiodo bringing it up the floor. Looking for a chance here, but Taylor strips him, and that ball goes right into the parking lot. Look out. That might have damaged quite a few along the way, as that one had some hops to it. Miller in front, unable to hold on to that pass. Corey Becker disrupting him. Miller and Becker now fighting for the loose ball. D'Amico in there as well. Now it's Steinbeck-Parker who will pick it up, courtesy of a great box out by Anthony D'Amico, allowing Steinbeck-Parker to secure possession. Corey Becker tosses it now to Owen Hill. O-Dog, they call him, Owen Hill. Anthony Patterson rips it, looking for the bottom right corner, doesn't find it here. Hill has the rebound, 10 seconds to work with, picked up by Timothy. Tosses it over to Becker. Becker fakes, face dodge, tosses it over. Grennan, stopped by Martin. What an opportunity there for Tonawanda's Nathan Grennan. Corey Becker doing some good work to create the room and give Grennan the opportunity. But Chase Martin makes a big save. Now Gates Abrams driving in, misses wide on the shot. Hill will have the rebound, and they will give Gates Abrams a reset here as Patterson puts it square into the chest of Chase Martin and deflects the stick as well. Fortunate, no penalty called there as Xavier Taylor will flip it over to Christian Watts. Watts, a definite difference maker for Allegany when he is out there. Just another top option for the Arrows as Chris Cloutier among those great options for Allegany takes the shot here. Zach Belter picks up the loose ball, telling Cam Seneca, go up the floor. I want to play it to you. Here is Seneca, low shot there, stopped by Chase Martin. Seems like Chase Martin is just picking up right where he left off last night. Got to talk with him after the game. He was dialed in all throughout, and it looks to be more of the same here from Martin tonight. Cloutier surveys the scene, goes to Fraser in the middle. Fraser's shot blocked in front. Goes up into the netting and out of play. Ball will stay with Allegany. Miller plays it into the middle. Amos Whitcomb misses wide. Loose ball picked up here by Cloutier. Cloutier has some room. Watson with the save. Now Watson looking for a breakout pass. It connects with Homer. Homer stopped by Martin. What a feed forward from Joel Watson. And an excellent read there by Mason Homer to make the grab. But Chase Martin once again comes up with another big save as this game is still tied at 0. Quick chance for Allegany's Christian Watts is stopped by Joel Watson. Ball squeaks into his crease, but possession will be awarded to Allegany. Ball tossed up top. Kobe Whitcomb goes over to Christian Watts. Shot deflected along the way. Picked up now by Watson. Watson has a man down the floor. Can he find him? No. As the pass a bit too strong to connect with Avery Steinbeck Parker, but a penalty will be coming up against Amos Whitcomb and the Allegany Arrows. As it'll be a slashing call in the crease going up against Whitcomb, or cross-check in the crease. As Whitcomb will sit for 2 or less, and for the first time tonight, Tonawanda will have their power play out on the floor. Ball up top with Gates Abrams, playing catch with Nathan Grennan. Gates goes and sets a pick. Now Whalen takes the shot. Save made by Martin. Doesn't know where it is, and it was up in his mask. What a nice save there from Chase Martin as he continues to excel here. And now a penalty coming up against Tonawanda. I think it might go against Anthony Patterson. As now Allegany looking to try and play some keep away here. Cloutier takes a low rip and he scores. Chris Cloutier opens up the scoring for Allegany, and the Arrows lead 1-0. Cloutier has been dynamite all postseason long for Allegany. There's a look at the low-to-low ripper from Chris Clutch Cloutier to give the Arrows the opening goal of this game. Cloutier now with 3 goals between last night and tonight. He had 8 in the 2 road games against Newtown for Allegany as well. So great job being done by him so far in this game. Shots very even, 8-6 in favor of Tonawanda. But the first one getting by for Allegany is what matters, and the Arrows hold a 1-0 advantage. Face-off is down and controlled here by the Tonawanda Braves as they will have possession and remain on the power play. There was a penalty slated to go against Tonawanda, but that is wiped out by the Allegany goal. Now let's see if Tonawanda is able to get this back. Gates Abrams looking for an option. Pass is deflected, taken away by Sherman Williams. The paint man doing a good job to take that away, but his pass immediately taken by Gates Abrams as he returns the favor before tossing it over to Kent Baker Printup. to start up this Tonawanda power play again. Abrams with it. Low rip. Stopped by Martin. No, it squeaks in. Chase Martin thought he got enough to keep it out, but Gates Abrams blasts it home, and Tonawanda ties this game up at 1. And there you could see it caught the 5-hole pad there of Chase Martin, the leg pads that helped to try and keep that ball out of the net. He got a piece of it, but not enough, as Gates Abrams ties this game up at 1. Abrams, I believe, would finish as the league leader in points. He was ahead by a country mile at the last update we got. So I imagine he was a scoring champion once again this year, just like he was back in 2022, and somebody who can do it all, a goal scorer and a playmaker, led the league in goals back in 2023 as well. But right now it is Allegany looking to try and give their team the lead. Here's Christian Watts over to Chase Fraser. Penalty coming up against Tonawanda. Martin is at the bench. Amos Whitcomb, the extra man off the bench for the Arrows. Whitcomb down low, Smith with a shot. Save made by Watson. And now the penalty will be dished out. It'll be a slashing call going up against Tonawanda's Waylon Abrams. Taking a look at the chat. What's up, Utica Yeti? How you doing? Thank you, appreciate it. And Shane asking if Aaron George is out there tonight. I didn't see him on the roster, but I can look again. As I do see Rudy on my game sheet now is in the last game of a suspension, if that's who you're referring to. So you won't see him tonight, but maybe on Tuesday, as Becker's shot did catch the target, but Allegany able to get the ball back as the Arrows go to work on the power play for the first time in this game. Cloutier goes to Zach Miller. Down low, Fraser. Cloutier. Stopped here by Watson. Loose ball scooped up by Cam Seneca. Seneca trying to get by Fraser, who pops it free. Great stick check there by Fraser, who wisely waits for the 8-second call to be made, then picks the ball up and gets the power play back underway here for the Arrows. Miller tosses it over to Cloutier, stepping in, trying to wrap it around his defender there, but just misses wide. Fraser got 11 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Miller goes back to Fraser. All kinds of room, stopped by Watson. Miller. Cloutier gets a pick from Smith. Able to roll it over to Miller. Down low, Lane Smith blocked in front. Kelvin Jonathan caught a piece of that stick on the way as he deflected that, allowing the P-roller to roll right to Joel Watson to make the save. As now Owen Hill picks it up and will play it over to Anthony Patterson here. 22 seconds remain in the Waylon Abrams penalty. Pick from Kent Baker Printup is called illegal, much to the dismay of the Tonawanda bench, as the ball will go to Allegany, and as the Arrows have 10 seconds to work with here on the power play. Might be better off to just hold it for the penalty to expire. Cloutier doesn't think so, and now this is where it can be dangerous, taking that late shot. Mason Homer on a break, stopped by Martin. That is exactly why you're better off to just hold that ball, not take the late shot like the Arrows did. And it nearly bit them in the behind, as Waylon Abrams was also out of the penalty box breaking forward on that 2-on-0. Martin did a good job to bail them out there. Now Fraser looking to take the shot, and he scores. Chase Fraser on the drive gives Allegany a 2-1 lead. Fraser missed the first couple games of the postseason for Allegany as he was serving a suspension, but since coming back, he has been a big factor here for the Arrows. And there you can see the nice goal from Chase Fraser. 2 goals last night in the Arrows' victory, already with his first here tonight, as it was A day of pairs last night for Allegany. Finished on 11 goals. Everybody who scored except for Christian Watts scored 2. Watts, the only man to score just 1 last night for Allegany, as now Anthony Patterson starting to try and drive in here on Ganciarek, having a tough time, able to spin into the middle and get the shot off, but it's blocked in front. Sherman Williams has the loose ball right beneath us here at Logan Field. Williams ducking in between Braves here. It is now taken to the ground by Patterson. Waylon Abrams fights hard and comes away with the loose ball. Brayley Abrams will toss it back to Waylon, who's got to get going here so he doesn't have an 8-second call go against him. Able to get it up now to Nathan Grennan. Just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first period. Tonawanda trails 2-1. Kent Baker Printup loses control here. Jeff Geddes knocks it free. Geddes playing some good ball here with Allegany. Played great with the Oshawa Outlaws in the ALL as well. 12 points for him in 13 games. That's pretty solid for one of the top transition D guys around. Down low, quick shot on from Becker is stopped by Watson. Loose ball, who's got it? Cam Seneca does. Seneca gonna bring it over the halfway line and toss it over to Zach Terry. Now Owen Hill. The lefty Hill had a screen from Grennan, goes to Baker Printup. Tonawanda running a small lineup here with the exception of Gates Abrams. As Kent Baker Printup looks to shift into the middle of his pass, doesn't connect with Gates Abrams. As Darius Anderson and company did a good job getting in the passing lane there for the Arrows to force that turnover. Now Fraser looking to help extend the lead here for Allegany. Low rip from Fraser is stopped by Watson. Fraser trying to go low to high there to throw off Joel Watson. Couldn't do so. Able to get the reset here, but throws it away as Chido comes in, steals it. Now Zach Belter with it. Belter winds and fires, misses wide. Rebound goes right to Waylon Abrams. Belter will head to the bench for a change. So late men coming here soon for Tonawanda. Grennan off the bench now. Hill has it. Here is Grennan. Grennan shifting into the middle. Low rip, stopped by Martin. Right pad save there from Chase Martin to deny Nathan Grennan of his first goal of the game. Grennan did have one last night in the game against Allegany. Looking for more out of him here as this series progresses. Kobe Whitcomb gets a heavy screen from his own guy, as that was inadvertent, but still could work out here for Allegany as Kluche loses control. I think that was Josh Becker who took down Kobe Whitcomb, as I'm sure that'll be an interesting discussion when those two get back to the bench. Saying, hey, we're both wearing blue. Come on, guys. Stop hitting each other. Terry getting away from some arrows. Now Test passes it down low and they score. There's a goal for Nathan Grennan as he gets his first of the game, and we're all tied up at 2. Great work by Zach Terry to create the space. Grennan goes into a perfect position and makes no mistake down low, as the shot's now 15-12 in favor of Allegany, as the Arrows have been doing good in that category as of late. But Tonawanda ties this game up at 2 here with 5:40 remaining in the first period of play. Mr. Winning 43 in the chat cheering on the Arrows. He says, go Allegany. Right now the Arrows have just given up the tying goal, looking to avoid giving up the go-ahead goal here as Tonawanda has the ball. Pass played into the middle, shot on, they score! Owen Hill buries it, and just like that, Tonawanda leads by 1. The man they call O-Dog, Owen Hill, gets that pass off the deflection. Believe it was intended for Kent Baker Printup. As you can see, Waylon Abrams looking for the cross-floor pass, goes off the defender's stick right to Owen Hill. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and I'll tell you what, Owen Hill is both as he buried that one for the third Tonawanda Braves goal of the game. And for the first time in this series, Tonawanda Braves have the lead. Zach Terry trying to drive in here on Darius Anderson. Tosses it over to Hill with some room. Stopped by Martin. Rebound in front. Who's going to come away with it? And it'll be a trip on Tonawanda, so possession goes to Allegany as the Braves nearly picked up their fourth. Here is that they score goals in bunches. Do Tonawanda as that pass goes through the middle. Cloutier looking to pick it up in the corner. Chido forces him up against the boards. Cloutier able to break free though. Passes it over. Fraser stopped by Watson. Now Lane Smith forced up against the boards. Smith breaks away though from Jensen. Smith with a low shot. Denied by Watson. Lane Smith had the game-winning goal as Jensen having some trouble getting the ball over, and it will be an 8-second call. Credit to Chase Fraser for disrupting Jensen's pass, leading to that turnover. As I was starting to say about Lane Smith, had the game-winning goal last night for Allegany. If you've been checking out the Blue Squatch social media, you got to see another look at it, and what a nice snipe it was, and a jump shot at that for the big man Lane Smith, who had a good game, a pair of goals for Smith, including the game winner last night. Still awaiting his first here as Tonawanda looking to take a 2-goal lead. Grennan scores! That's the kind of goals you want to see coming from your stars like Nathan Grennan as he buries that one. 2 in a row for Grennan, and Tonawanda leads 4-2. How about that rip from Nathan Grennan going towards Martin's right side, brings it back across his body to the left side of Chase Martin. What a nice goal from Nathan Grennan, a rip to give Tonawanda a 2-goal lead. Second of the game for Grennan, as Tonawanda took a penalty after the play, as Waylon Abrams is in the penalty box. Thought I saw Waylon Abrams trying to help his man up after the goal, but maybe there was something said or done that we just missed that calls for that penalty. I'll trust our officials. They got some of the best here in the Can-Am Lacrosse League down on the floor. Here's Miller over to Fraser now. Toe drag, gets the shot off and scores. A thing of beauty from Chase Fraser, his second of the game. The Arrows waste no time and cash in on the power play. It's a 1-goal game. There you see Cloutier draws the attention of Homer. Miller pulls Belter over. Fraser, all he needs, a little toe drag to get past Becker. And on the 18th Arrow shot of the game, they bring this game within 1. Nice play there from Fraser to get his second of the game. The goal scoring in this one, 2 for Chase Fraser, 1 for Chris Cloutier, 2 for Nathan Grennan, 1 for O'Dog Owen Hill, and 1 for Gates Abrams. Zach Terry looking to come to life here in this series. Terry goes to Becker with a low shot, stopped by Martin. Great idea there from Becker to bring that one down low to try and beat Chase Martin. But the ever-stout goaltender keeps that one out of the net and keeps his team within 1. Whitcomb passing it down low, misses everyone. Brayley Abrams chases after it, sandwiched between 2 Arrows as Fraser helps pry it free. Fraser takes a shot here that goes up and out of play, touching no one, so possession awarded to Tonawanda. Waylon Abrams has the ball in his stick, watched closely by Jesse Jimerson, the Arrows captain. Grennan trying to get away from Geddes here. Grennan has done a good job so far, but is stopped by Martin on the shot. Not often you see Jeff Geddes lose a foot race, but Nathan Grennan, a speedy player in his own right, creating that chance using his wheels as a hit here from Patterson. Knocks Amos Whitcomb to the floor, no hands up. Allegany bench displeased with that as Anthony D'Amico going back the other way for Tonawanda sends an errant pass that misses Mason Homer and will result in an over and back violation against the Braves. Kobe Whitcomb in the corner, tosses it up to Christian Watts. Cloutier, watched by Jensen. Smith goes far side. Whitcomb stopped by Watson. Seeing Lane Smith and Chris Cloutier now sort of shift their positions. Used to seeing Smith more as the down low shooter and Cloutier up top. That possession, they tried a little switcheroo, looking to throw off Tonawanda. Didn't quite work here. Swim move. Shot on, just misses. Rebound picked up by Williams. His pass knocked down. Waylon Abrams had it for a moment. Anderson able to come away with it, but Abrams disrupts the pass. Now it's an 8-second violation. A late push from Anderson doesn't draw a call, despite what the fans wanted. And with just over a minute remaining, Tonawanda has the ball. Gates Abrams trying to back down his man. Trying to take advantage of the size mismatch here. Waylon gets the shot off instead, but Martin makes the save. Fraser coming over the middle here, can't make it over in time. 8-second violation against Allegany, and now some chaos going on here as Brayley Abrams having a scuffle with Chase Fraser, but it looks like Fraser's the only one going to the sin bin. He'll head there for roughing, as we'll see if we caught it. Just missed, as maybe we'll get a look at it here. Watch Fraser in the middle of your screen and 44 Brayley Abrams, as might have been an extra shot delivered and just out of frame. Brutal. But once again, we trust our officials' judgment. They are some of the best in the sport of lacrosse here in the Can-Am Lacrosse League. And for the second time today, Tonawanda heads out onto the floor on the power play. The Braves 1 for 1 so far. Owen Hill goes to Gates Abrams. Back for Hill. Abrams fakes the shot. Passes down low. Saved by Martin. Anthony Patterson trying to score on that quick stick opportunity. Long pass forward for Allegany doesn't find its intended target. So Owen Hill will scoop it up and leg it up the floor here. 15 seconds remaining in the first. Hill trying to get one more here for the Braves. Grennan has some room. Takes a shot blocked in front. Abrams going to pick it up. Got to go quickly. Anderson bumps him into the boards to prevent any chance of that. And at the end of one period of play, it is a 4-3 lead for the Tonawanda Braves here at the end of the first period. Utica Yeti in the chat, sweet goal. We've had a bunch of sweet goals in this one. I would expect a ton throughout this series. During this break in the action, want to make sure we give all of you fine folks here a look at the updated Can-Am Lacrosse League playoff bracket. As it stands here tonight, Allegany holds a 1-0 series lead over the Tonawanda Braves off the back of their 11-10 win last night. The Arrows are streaking right now. They've won their last 4 in a row since their Game 1 defeat against Newtown. Tonawanda has been reeling a bit lately, but they're looking to respond with a big win here tonight against the Arrows. The Braves lead it at the moment here, 4-3. And before we step aside, we want to make sure we say thank you to our great sponsors of Grandma Approves Base and Bud Depot. Thank you to all of them for their support. Without their support, these streams would not be possible. One more time, at the end of one period of play, it's a 4-3 lead for Tonawanda here on Blue Squatch Productions.
Shots are tied at 19.
Are they 19? Oh.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kenton Crenna, Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a Crooked Arrow.
Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazur, Possessor.
My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Golek, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box. Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Keenan Nanham and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from Tonawanda.
Trevor Butts here on the floor with the Tonawanda Braves, Nathan Grennan. And Nathan, big first period for you, a pair of goals to your credit. Tell everybody, what you were seeing out there on the floor and allowed your offense to be, performing as well as it has.
I just think first period intensity. We showed up, came ready to play today. Boys are juiced up and ready to go, and I just think when everybody's moving fast and everybody's cutting the middle and making defense turn their heads, then kind of things start to open up and we play our kind of ball. And I just think keeping that first period going and the intensity that we're bringing is really what's giving us the bonus.
Now, you mentioned the intensity. How do you make sure that your team can carry that intensity all the way through this game? It's always so tough to do, especially against a team like Allegany.
Yeah, I think just staying even on the bench, coming off after a goal or after a bad play or a missed loose ball or a really hard-fought loose ball and just not getting too high or too low. Coming to the bench, resetting, worried about the next play. That's all we're worried about is the next play.
Tonawanda worrying about the next period right now as they hold a slim 1-goal lead here over Allegany.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kenton Crenna, Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a Crooked Arrow.
Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda. Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazar, Possessor.
My name is Dan Jimerson. I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Golak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Johnson, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box. Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves. Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kent Print Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a Cookie Out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazar, Possessor.
My name is Dan Jimerson. I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Golak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Johnson, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box. Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves. Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff.
Back now on Blue Squatch Productions here at Logan Field, almost set to start the second period of play. Taking a look at the chat, K Longboat saying 2-1 Ganawage at the end of the first against the Elora Hawks in the Ole Junior Finals. Hey, I appreciate the score updates. Always cool to hear what's going on inside the world of box lacrosse. Grandmaster Franklin in the chat as well. Nobody does it better. Thanks for the stream. Oh, thank you for the support, Grandmaster Franklin. I know you are always watching, no matter the date, time, always showing the support, and we appreciate it as Gates Abrams gets the first shot of the second period of play on target for the Tonawanda Braves. Brian Heisselman, this looks like my kind of league. Thanks for covering the game. I think this kind of league is for everyone. It is so fun, so fast-paced, so physical as well. A great combination of grit, speed, and skill, as we are all getting treated to a beauty here tonight at Logan Field. Game number 2 of the best of 7 playoff series between the Allegany Arrows and the Tonawanda Braves. Allegany took game 1 last night. Grennan has that one deflect, nearly splits the wickets of Chase Martin, but fortunately for Allegany, a defender there to pick it up and prevent what would have been a disaster there, as the Arrows have possession and the penalty has expired. Tonawanda moves to 1 of 2 on the power play. Watts stopped here by Watson. Rebound scooped up. Fraser in front, takes a heavy cross check, gets a shot off, but stopped. Whitcomb stopped by Watson. Joel Watson gets that big right chicken wing up to deny Amos Whitcomb to keep this a 1-goal lead for the Braves. Loose ball picked up. Zach Miller has got it. Georgia swarm man Zach Miller tosses it over. Kobe Whitcomb stopped by Watson. Get to see the cool bucket on the head of Joel Watson. The former Desert Dog is Joel Watson, as Waylon Abrams disrupting the pass here for Jesse Jimerson. Abrams forcing him into the corner. Whistles are blown here as Waylon Abrams a bit too aggressive for the officials' liking, and possession will be awarded to Allegany. Kobe Whitcomb in some space just beyond the restraining line. Tosses it over to Chase Fraser in the middle. Whitcomb has it deflect. Doesn't quite find the target. And now Tonawanda has the loose ball. Avery Steinbeck Parker breaking forward, going 1-on-2, and doesn't like his odds. Zach Terry likes him, though, as he's stopped here by Martin. Zach Terry loves to let it fly. And he's a guy that when he is on, he can go easily for 5 or 6 goals. Got to see it a number of times in the series against the Grand River Warriors. Zach Belter out, applying some pressure here on Cloutier. Defenders switch, though. Cloutier is stopped here by Watson. Thought for a moment it might have snuck through the big man, but Joel Watson got enough to keep it out and keep the lead at 1 for his Tonawanda Braves. Their captain, Gates Abrams, tosses it over to Owen Hill. Moved along to the near boards. Toss back over. Hill didn't have the shot he liked. Return feed for Grennan doesn't connect. Patrick Timothy disrupting it. Timothy hits Ganciorek. We know he can score in transition. Ganciorek bounces it too high for Watts, as it'll skip past him. Fortunately for Allegany, Lane Smith there to keep possession. Cloutier takes a slash from Cam Seneca before tossing it to Fraser. Fraser rips it low to high, but Watson makes the save. Steinbeck Parker forces his man into the boards. Whitcomb goes cross floor. Cloutier watched here by Jensen. Cloutier back to Kobe Whitcomb. Steinbeck Parker watching him. Kobe coming around the net. Dunk attempt, no goal. Whitcomb touchdown in the crease before the ball came anywhere close, so no goal the call, and possession to Tonawanda. Kent Baker print up. Has Gates Abrams on the far side. Gates gets a pick. Gates into the middle. Has a lane. Takes the shot. Stopped by Martin. Pass forward connects here. Williams thought about pushing the pace, but he's going to wait and find Zach Miller coming off the bench. Now Amos Whitcomb with it in the low corner. Whitcomb tosses it up. Cloutier behind the back. Miller stopped by Watson. Good look there for Zach Miller, but Joel Watson makes a nice left leg pad save to keep it a 1-goal game. Now Watts just misses the bottom right corner. Look out. That one skipped up and out of play, went into the crowd. Hopefully everyone is all right, as it is a packed house here at Logan Field, and they're seeing Nathan Grennan get his hat trick goal, and Tonawanda extend the lead up to 2. Take a look at this one. Nathan Grennan right off the bench, fakes, and buries it. How about another look here? Grennan fakes top right, drops it back onto about hip-high left side of Chase Martin for his third of the game. He's got 3 out of the 5 Tonawanda goals. That is the kind of game the Braves have been looking for out of one of their superstar pickups, Nathan Grennan. There is a reason why he has been so beloved wherever he has went in his career, as Zach Terry rips it and Chase Martin makes the save. 2-on-1 here. Fraser stopped by Watson. Tonawanda back into the attacking zone. Brayley Abrams with it has the latest Braves goal scorer, Nathan Grennan, coming off the bench. Grennan, the former Black Bear and a former first-round pick of Panther City, as that pass is intercepted here by the Arrows. Bringing it back the other way. Frank Brown, the former Bandit Brown, misses wildly on the shot. Fraser, the current Bandit, tosses it up to Kobe Whitcomb. Could be somebody we see in the orange and black in the future, as Lane Smith, another excellent player, denied here by Watson. Steinbeck Parker spent some time with the Six Nations Snipers in his ALL career, did Steinbeck Parker. This past season, 36 points for him. Gates Abrams driving in now. Gates stopped here by Martin. Might have just missed, so no reset given yet. Hill. Whalen. Shot. Scores! There it is for Whalen Abrams. His first of the game, and Tonawanda has their largest lead of the night. It's a 3-goal lead. Whalen, that sidearm rip, still about hip high of Martin as he was dropping down. The 27th shot of the game for Tonawanda is their 6th goal of the game. Shots were tied at 19 after 1. They're tied at 27 right now. Loose ball picked up here by Ganciorek for Allegany. Ganciorek had the clutch game-winning goal against Newtown to help seal the deal in that game for Allegany. Ganciorek helped lead the Orange to the NCAA semifinals this past year, as Watts looks for a shot here, passes it into the middle, broken up. D'Amico has the loose ball. We know he can fly. D'Amico looking for a shot here. Geddes chasing him down. D'Amico stopped by Martin. Good look there for Anthony D'Amico, as Jeff Geddes did all he could to close him down. Chase Martin needed to make the save, which he did, to keep this a 3-goal game. Now it's the Arrows offense looking to catch some fire here. Miller gets a pick, passes it down low. Kuche stopped by Watson. Kobe Whitcomb picks it up. Fraser has it, all kinds of room. Now he's picked up. Over to the far side. Kuche, great move, gets a shot off and scores. Clinical from Chris Cloutier, as he gets his second in as many nights, as Kluch blows by Brayley Abrams there and tucks it into the top right corner. How about another look at it, as Cloutier, too much space, nice little move, almost that half toe drag there, so to speak, from Cloutier to get by Abrams and get the shot off on Watson. Beats him short side, top right corner for the 4th Arrows goal of the game. Right now, it's the superstars in this game coming up big for both sides. All 4 Allegany goals split between Chris Cloutier and Chase Fraser. And for Tonawanda, 3 for Grennan, 1 for Whalen Abrams, 1 for Owen Hill, and another for Gates Abrams. As Allegany looking for their depth to start stepping up in this one. Last night, Watts had a goal. Amos Whitcomb had a nice game with a pair of goals. Kobe Whitcomb with one of his best games that I've seen. 2 goals. Becker stripped here. What a nice stick check that was, as Keenan Ninham knocks it free. Titos off the post. Jason Chido nearly giving the Braves the 3-goal lead back. He beat everything but the iron, and it remains a 2-goal game. Miller's pass goes into the corner, picked up by Smith. Now Fraser looking for a shot, passes it off to Kluche in the corner. Nearly taking out our official. Jonathan watching Kluche. Over to Whitcomb. Skip pass. Miller down the Fraser. Scores! Oh my goodness. Chase Fraser. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. What a goal here from Fraser. Great east-west passing. Whitcomb to Miller. Fraser dives across the crease, tucks it in the top right corner. What a play from one of the most athletically gifted players you will ever see. Looked like he was clean to me. Fraser has his hat trick goal. He's now got 5 in the last 2 games. As since returning to the lineup, he is now starting to put up some big performances here for Allegany as the Arrows have the latest 2 goals in this game as they have cut this lead down to just 1. Gates in the middle, scores! Gates Abrams wastes no time and gets the 2-goal lead back. Tonawanda up 7-5. Here's a look at it as Gates just cuts through the middle. Eerily similar of Lane Smith's game-winning goal from last night. Just a good cut through the middle. Buries it to the top left corner. Pass coming from the far side. Shots now 30-31 in favor of Tonawanda. That number has been oh so close throughout, and it remains that way here as Gates Abrams has his 2nd goal tonight. The MVP stepping up here as he takes a big shot. Chase Martin read it all the way and makes the save. Pass into the middle looking for Waylon Abrams. Disrupted along the way. Long pass connects here with Darius Anderson. Anderson has Whitcomb off the bench. Anderson runs out of time. Great defense from Jason Chido to slow that 2-on-1 as he played it perfectly, taking any chance away. Now Kobe Whitcomb in some space. Over. Becker scores! The goal's coming fast and furious now. Josh Becker, the latest goal scorer for Allegany, and the former Nighthawk brings the Arrows back within 1. Way too much room there for Josh Becker as he unloads from downtown to bring Allegany back within 1. Felt like both these goalies kept making save after save after save for a while there. Now these balls starting to find the back of the net as Josh Becker gets his first of the game. The product of Lake Erie, the former Storm, Josh Becker. Lake Erie produced some great players. Not only Josh Becker, Keegan Ball, a product of Lake Erie as well. Now Christian Watts tosses it over. Amos Whitcomb, the Great Dane, with a low look here on Watson, is denied as Avery Steinbeck Parker picks up the Lucy. Steinbeck Parker played his collegiate lacrosse at Brock University. Now Zach Terry. Terry shifting into the middle. Tosses it over to the far side. Anthony Patterson looking to drive in. Patterson gets to the net, but Martin makes the save. Patterson, a uber-talented player, knows how to play both ends of the floor, looking to show off his goal-scoring prowess there. But Chase Martin makes one of his biggest saves of the game so far. Becker watching Fraser tight. Jensen joins in, and they both knock the ball free, but illegally, says the official, and Chase Fraser will get possession right back as Allegany does have the fresh shot clock despite the buzzer. Kobe Whitcomb tosses to Lane Smith. Smith drives in, stopped by Watson. Lane Smith looking to tuck it in that top right corner, but Joel Watson has had a great game tonight so far as he denies the big man from tying this game up. Hill's pass deflected, able to get it right back though and flips it to Gates. Now Whalen in the middle, stopped by Martin. Great look there from Waylon Abrams trying to stuff it in the 5-hole of Chase Martin. Allegany avoids an over and back call here, and I think the Arrows might have caught a break as that certainly looked to be over and back from up top. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Kobe Whitcomb pressured by Homer. Now Amos Whitcomb switches, and they're going to call a moving screen on Allegany. And I believe that one just to right the wrong of the missed over and back. Now Terry, swim move, gets the shot off, stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness, Zach Terry showing off his stick skills in close quarters, nearly able to find the bottom left corner. Chase Martin really dialed in here this weekend, playing some of his best lacrosse. Amos Whitcomb trying to drive on Jensen, much easier said than done, as he helps force him wide. Watson makes the save. Loose ball. Battled for here. Who's got it? Josh Becker does. Fresh 30 on the clock for the Arrows. Cloutier sizing up Braley Abrams. Gets a pick. Shot on. Stopped by Watson, but an illegal pick will give possession back to Tonawanda. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the second period. It's a 1-goal lead for Tonawanda. Owen Hill nearly makes it 2. Sherman Williams gets the rebound, but some contact behind the play will keep possession with Tonawanda. Ball played over to the near side. Nathan Grennan, he's at a hot stick in this one. Grennan finds Terry. In the middle, Baker Printup can't hold on to it. Loose ball, scooped up by Brown. We all know Brown can move in transition, but not going to be able to do so here as Kent Baker Printup watching him the whole way. Jesse Jimerson leaves it for Kobe Whitcomb. Whitcomb running a little hidden ball trick with Cloutier. Whitcomb goes cross floor. Miller. Kobe Whitcomb winds, fires, stopped by Watson. Long pass, forward, connects. Baker Printup has a break. KBP, stopped by Martin. Great opportunity for Kent Baker Printup and the Braves, but once again, Chase Martin comes up big. Kobe Whitcomb. Picked up here by Belter, who knocks the ball free. Another cross check knocks Whitcomb to the ground. And some extra contact here. Kelvin Jonathan I can see involved along with Zach Belter. Kobe Whitcomb was trying to size up Zach Belter. I don't know if he wants that matchup. And now some discussion going on. Kelvin Jonathan riled up. Chris Cloutier involved. Him and Corey Becker having some words. Amos Whitcomb and Anthony Patterson talking it out. Now Kelvin and Kobe are having it out behind the net. Kobe Whitcomb's got a handful of Kelvin Jonathan's face mask as Kobe is quite upset. Kelvin Jonathan telling him to step off. And it looks like both will be headed to the penalty box at the moment. Amos Whitcomb there for Allegany as well, as officials are going to have to force Kobe in there and separate Kelvin Jonathan. And it looks like it will be a power play coming up for Tonawanda after all that, unless Kelvin's got 2 penalties to go with it, as those two not going to stop their conversation in the box. And there you get a look at the handful of face mask that Kobe Whitcomb had, as I think both sides are rather displeased with the situation. Let's take a look at the chat here during this break in the action. Huddy Nanacokes saying, hey, pan back over to the fans. Think my kids are acting up. Well, you might get a look at him here in the chat as well. Huddy Nanacokes saying, complimenting the broadcasting skills. Thank you very much, Huddy. I really appreciate it. Working and being able to watch the game from awesome play calling. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much for the support. Greg is the best, man. He has really helped to make all this possible. Darren John saying heat up Braves. Brittany Smoke saying Kerr in the chat. As now looking at the board, Amos and Kobe Whitcomb each have 2-minute penalties, and Kelvin Jonathan has been hit with a 2-minute penalty as well. Back now on Blue Squatch Productions here. 5:42 remaining in the second period of play. Our officials have sorted everything out, and they have decided it's a power play here for the Braves. It'll be a 4-on-3 man advantage. Lots of open space. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. That shot from Patterson did catch a piece of Martin, and a reset was given. Hill. Abrams skip pass, can't connect with Waylon Abrams. Ball takes an unfortunate bounce for Tonawanda and goes out of play. So possession goes to Allegany. Fraser on the shot, kept out by Watson. Watson now trying to cheat forward a bit. Ball looks like it is right on the line. Did kind of see Joel Watson scooching forward a little bit, so it might have been behind, as one of our officials said, if you move your butt, it's a goal. That is something I got to hear from a goalie directly from one of our youth games earlier. Don't want to name any names, but he is very good to say the least, as Kent Baker print up. Flips it, looking for Grennan, ends up with Hill. Gates Abrams, Grennan, all alone, scores! No! Let's take another look. Ball was definitely in the back of the net. Was Grennan in the crease? That is the question. Oh, that left foot might have just touched that white line. So tough looking even on the replay here, but if that left foot was on the line, that is an excellent call by our official, as Grennan just ran out of room. Now Kluche looking for a shorty here, trying to stuff it behind Watson, but the big rig makes the save. Long pass forward, misses Hill. Takes an errant bounce and goes right into the stick of Frank Brown. Brown sends it forward. Williams has a man off the bench. Allegany on the verge of killing off this power play. Tonawanda should drop to 1 of 3 on the man advantage so far. Smith winds, fires, stopped by Watson. Reset here for Allegany. Kluche has the ball. Kluche forced along the boards. Now Kobe Whitcomb behind the back for Watts. Fraser into the middle. Amos Whitcomb, what a save by Watson. Amos Whitcomb looking for the highlight reel goal, but Joel Watson says, not today. It's going on my highlight reel. Gates Abrams being watched here closely by Dana Ray. We've seen those two have some intense discussions in game number 1. Ball takes a bad bounce here off the stick of a Brave, as I want to say that's the last 3 offensive possessions for Tonawanda that have ended on a bad break. Never a good time to have them, but tough here late in the second period, only leading by 1. Zach Miller shifts away from Abrams, takes the shot off the post. Zach Miller nearly tied this game up, beat everything but the post. That denies him and keeps this a 1-goal lead for Tonawanda. Now Becker tosses it over. Watts to Miller on the far side. Miller goes behind the net. Whitcomb looking for a shot here, stopped by Watson. Amos looking to tuck that one in 5-hole. Homer lays the body here, and it will be a push in the back call on Homer. That will give possession to Allegany with just over 2 to go. This is what the Arrows are so good at getting these extended possessions and getting reset after reset. And they also draw a penalty here as Chris Cloutier had his stick knocked out of his hands. And it will be a power play coming up here shortly for Allegany. Pass in the middle. Whitcomb says no power play necessary. It's a tie game right now. Amos Whitcomb, his first of the game. Here is the depth scoring starting to pick up for the Arrows on their 43rd shot of the game. They lead in that category by 5. And Allegany with the extra attacker. Great feed into the middle from Cloutier to find Amos Whitcomb. That wipes out the penalty. And that brings us level at 7. What a second period this has been so far. Allegany outscoring Tonawanda 4-3 as Anthony D'Amico showing off his soccer skills there. World Cup's coming up. It'll be here in a few years. Might get Anthony down on Team USA trying out. We can see he's got the game as now Gates Abrams gives Tonawanda the lead right back. A top cheddar snipe from the big man Gates Abrams. That's his hat trick goal. Brings Tonawanda back in front by 1. Gates goes in, gives a little screen. Patterson finds him off of it. Textbook pick and roll there from Abrams and Patterson. What a nice shot here. Gates goes in. Like I said, textbook pick and roll. Snipe to the top right corner. Tonawanda has the ball back. They're looking for more. Mason Homer sandwiched here between two Arrows. Jimerson now having some trouble picking it up. Loose ball is down on the floor. Who wants it most? Scrum here still in the middle of the floor, and it ends up right where it started with Mason Homer pushed through the back. No whistle. Tonawanda fans can't believe it. Pass down low goes through the stick of Terry, and a shot clock violation, the result from that possession. Just under a minute to play here in the second. After a late flurry from Allegany, Gates Abrams has given Tonawanda the 1-goal lead. Miller goes down low. Fraser looking for a shot, stopped by Watson. Rebound snagged here by Jensen. Tosses it over to Cam Seneca. Seneca takes a cross-check from Taylor. Finds Hill. Hill loses control there as it looked like he was ready to let the shot go. Grennan pushes through the back, and that'll be, at the very least, a possession call. But the officials did have one on the last Tonawanda possession that looked awfully similar to a push. Didn't make the call. They do here, and now it looks like a penalty is going to be handed out. As Dana Ray having some more discussions with Gates Abrams, and it looks like Ray for sure will head to the box. Gates, a captain, hanging out with the officials. Doesn't look like he has a penalty, so Ray takes a costly penalty here for Allegany as the Arrows would have had the ball back and a chance for the last shot of the period. Let's see if we caught any of it. Looked like it was later after the play. And there's a look at the push from Grennan. Definitely the right call. It is 100% a push in the back, and possession should go to Allegany. Let's see here as got to see a bit of the discussion between those two. And let's see if we get what prompted it here. Both of them having it out. Looked like Ray might have got up in the head area of Gates on the way over. Maybe it was just a yapping call. Either way, it'll be a power play here for Tonawanda. As 20 seconds remain here in the second, the Braves on the power play looking to end this period up by 2. Gates with a low shot, just misses. Rebound, stopped by Martin. 9 seconds left here for Tonawanda. Grennan has the ball. Grennan takes the shot, stopped by Martin. What a nice save there by Martin. His impressive game continues, but Tonawanda ends this period with the lead. 8-7 the score after 2 periods of play. The Tonawanda Braves out in front here over Allegany. As now that we have a break in the action, want to make sure we say thank you to our great sponsors, Bud Depot and Grandma's Approved. Be sure to check them out. The shot totals at the end of 2 periods, 44-41 in favor of the Arrows. So a few more shots coming from Allegany in that period, as that stat was tied up at 19 after 1. Allegany a slight edge now, as now I want to give all of you fine folks here a look at the schedule here for the postseason. Game number 3 will be coming up on Tuesday night. That'll be an 8 p.m. affair down at the Allegany Community Center. Game number 4, Saturday, August 9th at 8 p.m. That game also at the Allegany Community Center. If we need a game number 5, the series will shift back to Logan Field. That'll be some Monday night lacrosse for you on August 11th at 8 p.m. Game number 6, if needed, will be Thursday, August 14th, 8 p.m. down at the Allegany Community Center. And then if we need to go the distance, Game 7 will be Friday, August 15th at 8 p.m. At the end of 2 periods of play, the score 8-7 in favor of Tonawanda here on Blue Squatch Productions.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kent Credit Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda. Nelson Logan, Tonawanda. Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shotton, I'm a Crooked Out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazur, Possessor.
My name is Dan Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Golak,
West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box. Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York. Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at times.The Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kent Print, Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda. Nelson Logan, Tonawanda. Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm gonna cook it out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Central Falls.
Jake Lazur, Possessor.
My name is Dan Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Golek, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box. Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Keem Nanum, and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves. Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, times.The Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at times.The Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game. We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda.
Back now on Blue Squatch Productions, ready to start the third period of play here from Logan Field. It is a 1-goal lead for the Tonawanda Braves, but they are on the power play for the next minute and 27 seconds here to start this third period of play. So they have a chance right now to get their 2-goal advantage back. Lead was up to 3 at one point for the Braves as Gates Abrams looking for a short side snipe here, but Chase Martin makes a nice save. Patterson picks it up. Waylon Abrams, Kent Baker print up. Looking for an option. KBP decides to grip it and rip it. Chase Martin makes a nice low save to keep this a 1-goal lead for Allegany. Tony Jr., Sco here, Braves in the chat. Howdy Nanico, so I hear about Tony bringing you guys food, but what about us? We did get our burgers here tonight. Thank you to Tony and all of the great folks here at Logan Field. Stephanie Logan, among many others, as Allegany will just drop this one and take the shot clock violation. Want to make sure we say thank you to Beta, Deanna, Monica, Judy, and Pook for all of their great work as well, down working the gate and working the concession stand. It has been a lot of heavy lifting for them with both these games here this weekend, as it has been 2 jam-packed crowds here last night and tonight. They have been working overtime. That ball knocked out here by Waylon Abrams right as the penalty expires. So a successful penalty kill here for Allegany, as by my tally, Tonawanda drops to 1 of 4. Cloutier off the pass from Fraser, takes the shot, stopped by Watson. Last night, felt like it was Chase Martin really stealing the show for Allegany, stopping big chance after big chance. Right now, Joel Watson starting to do that here for Tonawanda. Martin has played great in his own right, but Watson does have the advantage at the moment. Let's see if Becker can change it here. Cloutier, under 20 on the shot clock. Cloutier, kept out by Watson. Good look there from Cloutier, trying to go high to low. Now he's having some words with Zach Belter on their way back to the bench. Tonawanda scores! Commotion at one end leads to a goal at the other for Kent Baker Printup. And the former Tomahawk gives the Braves a 2-goal lead. How about that play from KBP? Had one last night in the game against Allegany. There you'll see Hill find him right on the crease as he beats Martin for the 9th Tonawanda goal of the game. Mason Homer has the ball on the far side. Homer evading checks from 2 arrows, gets it to Jensen. Jensen nearly beats Martin on that shot. Rolled just past the goal line, but wide. And Jensen came a few inches away from giving his Braves a 3-goal lead. Now Fraser goes down low, pass broken up. Good stick there by Taylor Jensen to take that ball away from Chris Cloutier. Brayley Abrams bringing it up the floor, tosses it over to Nathan Grennan. Down low, Waylon Abrams passes it up to Gates Abrams. Gates tosses back to Owen Hill. Whalen running a bit of interference here. Gates goes for Whalen. Quick stick doesn't work here. Whalen wants a cross-checking call on Dana Ray. Not going to get one. As possession will go to Allegany. Zach Miller has the ball in his stick. Miller goes to the far side. Quickly played back to the near side. Now Lane Smith looking to fight for the loose ball. Can't get to it there as Tonawanda comes away with it. Terry tosses it down low. Baker Perna. Patterson shifts in the middle. Overhand rip, and he scores! Anthony Patterson with a laser beam that beats Martin. Overhand snipe. That is textbook coming from Anthony Patterson, a veteran of all levels. Gives Tonawanda their 3-goal lead back. Anthony Patterson, an experienced player in the Can-Am Lacrosse League, spent some time with the Tuscarora Tomahawks along with the Haudenosaunee Bucks, as he has bounced around a bit in the Can-Am, spending this season with the Tonawanda Braves. Was drafted back in the 2014 NLL draft, a 5th round, 46th overall selection by the original Rochester Nighthawks. Later able to get on his first NLL roster with the New York Riptide during their expansion season. So a lot of pedigree there for Anthony Patterson as he brings the lead up to 3. Hill with a low shot there, just misses wide. Gates got a stick on it here, but Xavier Taylor's able to get to it. 2-on-1, Taylor and Anderson. Anderson broken up here. Pass was deflected by Taylor Jensen, as that's another great defensive play made by number 32 in white. As a current Nighthawk, Jensen continues to star defensively. Now Owen Hill with it. Terry goes in and sets a pick. Tonawanda bench wanted a call, not going to get one. Patterson again just misses on this shot. Loose ball picked up. Allegany has it. The paint man, Sherman Williams, bringing it up the floor. Williams flips it over. Brown stopped by Watson. Good opportunity there for Frank Brown and Sherman Williams, but Joel Watson once again makes a big save to keep the lead at 3 for the Braves. Tonawanda looking to tie up this championship series and win their first ever finals game in team history. Chino looking for a shot here, blocked. Picked up by Anderson. Ganciorek trying to go for it. Can't get to it. Abrams had it instead, but throws it into the corner. Terry fighting hard for the Lucy. Doesn't get to it. Darius Anderson has it instead. Becker in possession of the ball. Out near mid-floor. Kobe Whitcomb. Watched by Jensen. Now Fraser. Cloutier. Guarded by Seneca. Cloutier looking for a shot, and he scores! Perfectly placed shot from Chris Cloutier to the far post, wrapping it around his defender for his 3rd goal of the game. Get another look at it here. Puts it over the right shoulder of Seneca and just under the arm of Watson for the 8th Allegany goal of the game. Allegany has the ball here off the draw. Amos Whitcomb with it. Flips it over to Zach Miller. Miller shifts into the middle. Miller rips it. Stopped by Watson. Loose ball scooped up here by Belter. Belter looking to go on a run. He's got Homer with him. Belter has really found his offensive game here with Tonawanda. You could see the confidence is just on another level for him when he's going up the floor, as he is not at all afraid to let it fly. Heads to the bench here as Owen Hill gonna let it go, but blocked in front. Gates hits that one off the dome of Chase Martin. The possession will go to Tonawanda as Martin doesn't even appear phased. These goalies tough as nails, even when taking it off the helmet. Rebound here, Terry stopped by Martin. 2 straight saves on Zach Terry by Chase Martin to keep the lead at 2. Geddes on a break, scores! Transition paying off here for Allegany as Jeff Geddes gets his first goal of the game, and all of a sudden number 1 makes it a 1-goal game. Geddes with a nice shot there, just beats Watson to the low corner. As you can see, the shots now all tied up at 51. Off the latest goal there for Allegany coming from Jeff Geddes. Chase Martin messing with his helmet down at the other end. Kelvin Jonathan has the ball off the draw here for Tonawanda. Forced up against the boards by Brown, going 1-on-2. Tough play for Jonathan here as he ran into traffic. Ball here with Allegany. Kobe Whitcomb looking for Zach Miller on the crease, can't find him. Cloutier has the ball, watched by Ninham. Ninham giving him a few slashes on that low hand. Miller takes a shot, goes off of Belter. Might have caught him where the sun don't shine. He looks to be all right, though, as he will head to the bench. Possession to Tonawanda after the shot clock violation here with just over 11 minutes remaining in the third period of play. Waylon Abrams let the latest shot go here for Tonawanda. Didn't find the target. Pass broken up here, picked up by Taylor. Taylor on a break, stopped by Watson. Xavier Taylor, one of the biggest threats in transition for Allegany, denied on the chance here by Joel Watson, who has been playing lights out for Tonawanda today. Baker print up this time on the shot, just misses. Jensen has the rebound. Nice move from Jensen to get into space. Jensen looking to spring Timothy. Timothy having some trouble with it. Collides here with Belter as both Belter and Becker came out to play the man, not the ball. And possession will stay with Allegany. As the ball was on the floor, Pat Timothy did just enough to help get it over to an arrow as Allegany having some trouble moving the ball here. Fraser sends that one into the woods, as that'll be a $5 bill coming his way for that ball, as Tonawanda will bring it back up the floor. Chido goes over. Waylon Abrams stopped by Martin. Into the corner. Who's got it? Tonawanda's Nathan Grennan does. Grennan winds and fires, denied by Martin. Stick snaps here, or stick tossed, excuse me, by Grennan as he was having it out with Dana Ray of Allegany. And because of the situation, possession will be awarded to Allegany. As Little Anucci in the chat said, put Jeff Geddes in. Hey, you were right on point there. Jeff Geddes with a big goal for the Arrows. Now Chris Cloutier has had plenty of big goals in his career. Gets it to Becker, who's blocked in front. Belter had it for a moment. Pops free. Miller goes cross floor. Becker in the middle, misses wide. Goes out of play. Did get a piece of Watson, says the official. Taylor Jensen can't believe it. And the ball will stay with Allegany. The Arrows have the momentum right now. Tonawanda really looking to get it back. Braves have been so good in third periods all season long, particularly in the playoffs, trying to keep that theme going here. Watson got just enough to keep that one out. Ball here with Tonawanda. Zach Terry still looking for his first of the game. Gates Abrams takes the shot right into the chest of Chase Martin. Been a big night here for Gates. 3 goals for him, as it seemed like only a matter of time before Gates Abrams exploded here in the playoffs with his goal production. As Jensen picks off that pass now for Tonawanda, Nathan Grennan has it and is looking to go to work. Grennan, the speedy forward, tosses it to Gates into the middle for Whalen. Pass doesn't connect. Loose ball. Deflected over to Terry. Terry rips it and just misses wide. We know Terry can shoot from distance. He's one of the best around at that long distance shot. Has had some trouble here in this series as the Arrows have defended him well, as Allegany tosses that one out of play. Unforced turnover for the Arrows gives possession back to the Braves. Corey Becker flips it to Owen Hill. Hill for Baker Printup. Now Gates Abrams. Back for Owen Hill, a former Can-Am scoring champion back in 2023. Hill starting his drive to the net, brought down to the floor, no whistle. Tonawanda bench wanted a call, they didn't get one. Ball sent forward here for Patrick Timothy. Should call him lightning, Patrick Timothy, with how he moves on the floor, because if you blink, you'll miss him. He is so fast. On the bench now as the forwards go to work. Cloutier looking to break free of the pressure. Cloutier backing up, making a move here. Quickly picked up again. Miller has some room, takes the shot, misses wide. Rebound put wide as well, as Belter there showing off his Bandit experience, stood back ready to block the shot, no questions asked. Sometimes you see those big defenders, especially with the frame of Belter, like to get out and challenge. He learned from some of the best like Paul Dawson that you got to soak those shots for your goaltenders sometimes. Belter was ready to do so there. Baker Printup tosses it over to the far side. Terry with a bounce shot. Goes up and over the net. No deflection, says the official. So possession goes to Allegany. 10-9 the score with under 7 to play here in the third period between the Allegany Arrows and the Tonawanda Braves. It is the home Braves that hold a slim 1-goal lead. Allegany has been pushing though. Amos Whitcomb picked up by Chido. Chido gets him into the corner. Now Cloutier, outside look, stopped by Watson. Jensen trying to break forward here, mishandles it for a moment, and now a pass sent forward by Belter is taken away by Cloutier. Cloutier always seems to come up big when the lights are the brightest. Has done so in college, did it in the NLL, and continuing it here in the Can-Am League. Cloutier this time stopped by Watson. Loose ball. Tonawanda has it. Chido. We know he can score in transition. As I should actually say, and apologies to any family of Jason Chido out there. I have been butchering his name all season, so apologies for that. As hoping to get it right now as Baker Printup denied on that shot by Chase Martin, who was waving for that ball to go to one of his defenders, who will look to bring it up the floor here. Jesse Jimerson, the Arrows captain, flips it over for Christian Watts. Watts. Kobe Whitcomb. Whitcomb winds, fires, stopped by Watson. Goes through the back of Belter, who's able to still get the pass off for Braley Abrams. Could be a chance here going forward for Tonawanda. Homer with Seneca. Homer doesn't have the numbers that he did initially. Good job by the Arrows getting out of the bench to slow the transition opportunity. Waylon Abrams with it now. Waylon looking to get to the middle, misses wide on the shot. Push through the back here on Seneca. An easy call for the official, as possession will be awarded to the Braves. KBP goes over to Hill, and then Tonawanda will return the favor and give the ball back to Allegany, as these are the kind of plays that both teams need to avoid here late in this contest, as they can be oh so costly. Allegany has got the experience, the reigning champions. Tonawanda looking to knock them off their pedestal. Becker driving in, gets the shot off somehow, but just misses wide. No reset given yet. Cloutier takes the shot, stopped by Watson. Exactly what you were looking for there from Chris Cloutier. A reset shot that goes off Watson and out of play. Just what the doctor ordered there for the Arrows. Now Kluch behind the back, misses wide. Steinbeck Parker with a good heads-up play there to beat his man to the loose ball, but throws it away. Cloutier has it in the middle, soaked by Belter. That is why he went to the Paul Dawson School of Shot Blocking. Did Zach Belter for plays like that, as his bench very hyped after seeing that. Tonawanda might need more than 10, though, if they want to get this one to the finish line. Gates in the middle. Patterson off the post. I'd say the roof was ready to blow off this place if there was one, as Patterson nearly had it. Second opportunity, stopped by Martin. Two glorious chances for Patterson, but two better saves by Martin. Now Chido knocks Timothy to the floor. Great defense there by Jason Chido to stop the transition opportunity. And now Tonawanda goes over and back as the ball hit Grennan's stick on the wrong side of the halfway line and caromed back over. These are the unforced turnovers I was talking about that these teams want to avoid late in the game. Watts on that shot, stopped by Watson. Only a matter of time to see if it ends up costing the Braves here. Into the corner is Whitcomb, scooping it up. Kobe Whitcomb up top. Kobe winds, fires, stopped by Watson. Kelvin Jonathan, clutch loose ball pickup by the youngster. Jonathan running into some traffic here. Flips it over to Mason Homer. Homer has Terry over the middle. Terry gonna backpedal into safe territory. Watched here by two Arrows. He needs some options. Terry thrown to the floor here. No whistle from the official. Terry still has the ball. Looking like Teoka Nanakoke out there is Zach Terry, the way he can hold that ball through contact. But Tonawanda not going to be able to do much of anything on the possession, as the shot clock has expired. But good work being done by Terry to kill some clock at least, as we are all of a sudden just over 2 minutes to go here in this third period of play. What a game we have been treated to here. Shot blocked there by a Brave as Fraser let it go. Loose ball with Amos. Whitcomb gets to the net and it's stopped by Watson. Heavy hit here on Whitcomb as he collided with Joel Watson in the crease. As emotions starting to run high now, but at the moment the concern is for the big rig in the crease, as Joel Watson down in some discomfort. Let's get another look at what happened here. Amos Whitcomb drives to the net and then kind of does just run right into Watson. Got to get another look at it here. Good play by Whitcomb to fight through the contact and get past Belter there, trying to tuck it short side, but too much momentum for him as he goes straight through Watson. And Joel is being tended to down there while they are talking to him. We will look to the chat. And before we do, shot 62-57 in favor of Allegany, as we got 453 of you all out there tuning in. Thank you so very much for the support. Already over 2K views here Thank you all so much for tuning in, taking a look at the chat, as well as now the crowd starting to cheer here for Watson, who is set up. Carly Logan, Sco Braves in the chat. King Longboat providing the updates for us. 9-5 for Elora versus Ganawage Junior B finals at the end of the second. He's cheering on the Braves as well. As Heat cheering for, saying do it for Daryl John. Little Anucci as well. We said put Jeff Geddes in. You called it right there. Daryl's watching his arrows play. Victory Boy 16, let's go Braves. Mike Schissel, thanks. I was just wondering about the shots on goal. It has been close all throughout. The Arrows do have the edge in that category at the moment. And during this break in the action, want to give all of you folks a quick look here at the championship history of the Can-Am Lacrosse League, as we'll start to go in on Watson for a moment. The championship history, you see Allegany last year, the reigning champions and bronze medalists at the President's Cup. Tuscarora won in 23, Akwesasne in 19 and 22, the most recent team to repeat as champions, and Onondaga last one in 2018. As my main man Nate, our public address announcer here, riling up the crowd as they cheer on Joel Watson, as he is okay and going to stay in this game, as the Braves are a minute 40 away from their first ever victory here in the Can-Am Championship Series. Gates Abrams has the ball in his stick. Abrams pass Patterson, scores! Anthony Patterson comes up clutch, not once but twice for Tonawanda, and the Braves lead by 2. What a feed coming from Gates Abrams into the middle. Patterson catches it through all the traffic and buries it past Martin for the much-needed insurance goal, second of the game for Anthony Patterson. Second in a row, 2 huge clutch goals for Patterson, as this face-off won by D'Amico and the Braves. Ball knocked out of the stick of Belter, though, as Taylor causes the turnover. Allegany not going to go anywhere. 70 seconds left in this one. Who is going to take it? Can the Arrows mount a comeback, or will Tonawanda hang on? Fraser rips it, blocked in front. Belter again on the block for the Braves. Loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? It's Allegany. Got to get a shot off. Only 3 on the clock. Kluche misses wide. No reset here. And what a big call that is late, as that means possession with Tonawanda, as Zach Terry will bring it over the center stripe. Terry would be wise to just hold on to this ball here as long as he can and kill some clock. Gates Abrams in no hurry. Calmly stands up top. Sends a low pass into the middle, looking for a man as Terry was cutting through. Couldn't pick it up. But Allegany gets it back. Starting to run low on time. Ball pops out of the stick of Fraser. Tosses it over. Timothy, got to go. Low rip, stopped by Watson. Into the corner. Loose ball being fought for. Who's going to come away with it? It's Jensen, and that'll do it. For the first time in their history, the Tonawanda Braves are victorious in the Can-Am Championship Series. They take game number 2 over the Allegany Arrows by a final score of 11-9, as everybody from Tonawanda will head on over and congratulate their victorious netminder Joel Watson, who played incredible here all night for the Braves. We hope he is all right and able to remain in this series for Tonawanda. The final shots in this game, 63-58. in favor of Allegany as they end ahead here in that category. But the Braves finish this game in front on the scoreboard, 11-9. Let's take a look at the chat. Carly Logan wondering Watson is all right. He did stay in the game. Lena Dowdy saying Sco Arrows as well. Huddy Nanacoke, AP in the chat. Huge go Braves from Mike Schiesel as Jedwork says Tusky. Yeah, they did win 2023. Tomahawks off of Jimmy Chadwick's golden goal. That video should still be available on the Blue Squatch channel if you want to go back a couple years and take a look at it. Clutch shot blocking for the Braves. Indeed, Mike Belter with a few amongst others. Go Braves from Victory Boy as well. Jeremy Rubin says go Braves. Carly Logan giving the Braves some love. Wow, what a game. What awesome coverage. Thank you, Blue Squatch. Thank you very much, Mike, for your support here of Blue Squatch Productions. We want to make sure we say thank you to our great sponsors here at Bud Depot and Grandma's Approved, as we will get ready to go and do some interviews here before this game wraps up. Don't go anywhere yet, as we're looking to score some post-game interviews here for you right now. One more time, the final score, the Tonawanda Braves 11 and the Allegany Arrows 9. And actually, real quick before we head down, I want to give everybody a look here at the updated Can-Am Lacrosse League playoff bracket. The series now tied at 1 as tied up at 1 here. Allegany took game 1 last night, 11-10. Tonawanda takes game number 2 tonight, 11-9. As we will now step aside here, be sure to check out the interviews here coming up shortly on Blue Squatch Productions.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer.
Trevor Butts here on the floor with the victorious netminder Joel Watson. And Joel, here's the question everybody's wanting to know. How are you feeling after that collision? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine. You know what? It's playoff lacrosse, right? They run through hard and a little bit of a push, and that's what happens. I'll be good.
And you were simply incredible tonight. You answered Chase's good performance on the other end with an excellent performance of your own. Just tell everybody watching at home, what you were seeing from back there.
Yeah, no, they have a good offense, but the defense came to play tonight in front of me and made my job easy. So it was nice to get the win on home floor.
And you mentioned your great defense there, playing well in front of you. How about the play of Zach Belter? I know I saw him soak some shots, Cam Seneca as well. What's it like having guys like that are just so willing to block shots?
Like I said, it's a 10-man unit back there, right? It's not one guy, and it's not just me. It's the whole fucking team. So, yeah, sorry about that F-bomb.
I don't blame you for being pumped after a performance like that. Joel, go enjoy it and rest up here. Best of luck the rest of the way. Trevor Butts on the floor, thinking this might be the last one here, so we will sign off and say so long and thank you very much for watching. For my cameraman Jason Pregel and our great producer Greg Beecher, I have been Trevor Butts saying so long and thank you for your support.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York.